Hello, my audience. I'm reviewing The Dark Knight Rises 2012 movie installment by Christopher Nolan, the final installment to the Dark Knight trilogy. I give it 6 points out of 10. Because, spoiler territory, I'm going to go into a little bit of. One of the things I didn't care for is, the plot twist and turns it comes to bring to the third act. When we find out, Bane is once again a henchman instead of the main boss of the plot of the movie. After the movie's has been building around him being the main boss, so the movie pulls a 180 on you and gives a plot twist you didn't see coming, or does it add up? Not really. But yes, it makes Batman look like an incompetent hero and a buffoon, bad businessman even. The whole plot of this movie, as he goes bankrupt and gets kicked out and depromoted from the CEO of his own company, Wayne Enterprises, because he's a bad investor. And bad investment with his money, investing in the Batman instead of working on being a billionaire and doing a little billionaire stuff of being investing his company and just investing in the Batman. So Alfred leaves him. He loses business as he gets let go from Wayne Enterprises, and the one that's the main boss behind everything is the one that gets promoted to Wayne Enterprises, and that's Italia. Her name isn't a plot movie, the man behind the curtain, the big boss, and she has one of the most phony deaths in film history, badly acted. Or just badly directed by Christopher Nolan, giving her the most phoniest death in film history. That's straight up laughable death. And Tom Hardy's Bane is funny and all, but he's just funny and not really menacing. But he's at least a brute. And a funny brute. Like Sean Connery's James Bond, similar to. And he sounds a little like Sean Connery's James Bond. With the silly voice he does. A sillier voice than Christian Bale's voice as Batman he tops. In this movie. He tops Christian Bale's Batman's silly voice. Makes it sound more ridiculous than Batman's voice. That's good. Yeah. So, this movie is fine and all, but why does I know why Bane wears the mask in the comics, but why does he wear it in the movie? I guess this is because of marketing strategy to convince the audience that this is the same Bane from the comics. To get money off the comic book fans, I guess. Even though this has relatively very different night and day source material writing than the one in the backstory for Bane in the comics versus the one in the movie. And a different design of Bane and race swap Bane from a white guy from the race swap Bane to being a white guy played by Tom Hardy. It seems like at least that's what I hear from some YouTubers. I mean, people complain that the race swap Bane. Some people could just completely race swap Bane from being so he's supposed to play by a white guy, and So people complain. Some people YouTubers are following to complain, point out the race swapping from a white guy to a Mexican person, like he's not. I guess he's Mexican or a different race colors in the comics, not a white guy. I guess is what I understand from these comic book fans that read more comics than me, and know about more comic book knowledge than me. My biggest problem is that his voice just sounds absolutely fucking retarded, and it sounds like a retard, a drunk retard. And I hear he got Tom Hardy invented the voice himself, so it's not like we can blame Christopher Nolan. We have to just blame Tom Hardy, the actor, because he's trying to be an artist like Christopher Nolan is. Not remembering that's Christopher Nolan's job to be the creative one. He should just be the one that acts. That's the problem with Tom Hardy. He thinks he's an artist when he's really just an actor. That's the problem with so many actors these days. They want to be artists, filmmakers, but they don't know how to make competent decisions. Only foolish, bad decisions. They're basically the judge of their franchise. They're basically like Jar Jar Binks. They're like the ideas with actors feels a lot like Jar Jar Binks like ideas, like this dumb ideas just because you want to be an artist or a filmmaker or whatever. I wish Trump never invented the Bane voice because I can't take him seriously at all. I just laugh every time he talks or emotes as Bane. And then I find this is not supposed to be a comedy; it's supposed to be serious. But I could have been more. I was fooled thinking it was supposed to be like a mean movie, a comedy, like Grown Ups 2 or Grown Ups 1 by Adam Sandler. But what did I know better? Honestly, I didn't know better until I found out they're trying to be serious, poetic and shit. Yeah, well, the script is a bunch of rubbish. Hogwash, made up stuff, mumbo jumbo. It's not fun. It's not like bad and all. It's just fine spectacle, but that's all it is. No more than spectacle of a movie. No more, no less than a good spectacle of a popcorn flick. This movie is, which is why this is the best in the Nolan trilogy out of the three. Well, I give it 6 points out of 10 points. It's better than Batman Begins, so that's a plus. And it's better than The Dark Knight, which was a letdown sequel in my book. But not bad at all. Not shabby. But this was a better sequel than Dark Knight. Definitely a much better sequel for Batman Begins. As a follow-up in the franchise. Truly, and they makes me raise question like, why is this guy named Robin when he's not even Robin? Why is that his legal name, Robin? Was he a fan of the Boy Wonder? Or Boy Wonder fanboy just wanted the Robin name? I don't know, I just thought it was stupid. And funny, cute. Stupid. A lot of that was stupid, cute, funny writing. When you find out a police officer's legal name Robin. I guess Dick Grayson would be too silly, so let's just call him Robin, which is the name of nobody. As far as I know, unless you're a girl. Is this guy supposed to be a gay guy? Or in the closet? We don't know. The problem is the ending makes me raise too many questions. And if the ending made me raise too many questions in the third act of pulling a bunch of plot twists like Batman faking his own death after lying about the autopilot. Maybe if there weren't for too many like 3 plot twists at the end, I wouldn't have minded and I would have given it higher points. Like maybe an 8 out of 10 instead of a 6 out of 10. But because there's so many plot twist points and I guess goes on a 180 with this making no sense to M. Night Shyamalan levels of standing with the ending, it makes me kind of feel regret with this movie. Why I give it 6 points out of 10 points. As a mediocre rating, but a better mediocre movie. Best kind of mediocre, a 6 out of 10, the higher quality of mediocre movies, to me. Is what The Dark Knight Rises get for me. Is why I give the 6 points out of 10 points. Mediocre, at best. This movie is. 6 points out of 10 points. And like this video, subscribe to my content. Goodbye.